Is there a secret code embedded in the number 29.8? Probably not. Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey. Good morning, everybody. My name's pianomattyb. That is Scaramucci's. This is your morning TA. A brief glimpse into the crypto markets where the sun's shining, where the wind's blowing. Oh, the humble opinion of this piano. Zamboni bringing the down. The FOMO index has dropped to 50 from yesterday's 54. Bitcoin dominance is 48.9%. 24-hour volume is 40 billion. The overall market cap, 1.19 trillion. Give or take 100 million. Well, we finally got a little movement. Nothing to write home about just yet, but some signs of life nonetheless. But we talked about this, so it should have come as no surprise to anyone in this boutique community when Bitcoin price action, well, she had a little pump. Exit points are heartbreakingly optimistic, up at 29.8. I'm not getting too excited until I see us retest resistance up at 29.8. Heavens to Murgatroyd, she didn't do just that. After executing its bearish finishing move, finding a bottom and a bounce at 28.7, price action rallied up and over the 200 moving average, peaking out at 30.2 and has slipped back down to a time of production, 29.8. Now, this is a crucial level to maintain, as it is our channel of eternal monotony support line, as well as the 200 moving average. Any drop from here would just put us right back into chop suey, from whence we've come. But if you squint hard enough, we can make out this cute little triple bottom pattern, which can also be referred to as an inverse head and shoulders. And the price probability of this pattern is, and sing it with me now, oh, you take the pull, you slide it all, the breakout point, and then we're all out 30.8-ish, which is also a key level for the next resistance. So I won't be putting on my bullish chapeau until we get above this level. Well, let's keep our eye on whether we can hold 29.8. Now over on the ding dong, we're white knuckling our channel of eternal monotony support line. And we want to blow through it and close the candle today up at the 50 moving average, 30K or higher. But that would be our fourth green candle in a row. And although it hasn't felt particularly bullish lately, this is usually when the bears start to wake up. And looking back, we've only seen a 4-day run once since May. And we ended up giving back all our gains when those stanky bears woke up. Quick look at the Wookiee. Looks like last week's red spinning top candle might have been the reversal candle we've been waiting for. But, and yes, there is a bearish but. It does look a lot like this red spinning top candle from back in May, which had a healthy green candle and continued to dump another 10%. And where would another 10% from here take us? Well, that would be down at 26.6 Sixes, shut your mouth. What we want to see is a breakout of this ascending channel up at 31.7. Till we see that, we're just mincing words and chopping suey in our summer slumber. Oh, G sharp major 7th. I should have known. Would you look at that, my friends? The sun's up. It's another beautiful day here on planet Earth. A day none of us are guaranteed. We're not guaranteed these days, but we're lucky enough to have them anyway. So get out there and knock 'em dead. And remember, we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected elites. That's right, it's the long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. And we'll be going live right away, so grab yourself a cup of coffee. Join me for a quick one and sing it with me now. Around the banks of boom dash bang, Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey, whoa. Cha-cha-cha-ching. Oh, that ominous, suspenseful sounds here. Oh, another beautiful day here on planet Earth. It's a nice one today in Winnipeg. I'd say it's about 18 degrees. That's my perfect temperature. Not too hot, not too cold. You can wear a bunny hug. T-shirt, you might get the old subtle teeth chatterings, but it's still a nice day out here. Welcome, everybody, and good morning. Let's see here. Christopher Selden, Terry Rooster, Troy N, Steve-O, Squeaky McGee, Gavin24, Misco, pianomattyb, OG, Das Beach, Jolly Peanut, Crypto KC, John, Super Fresh, David, Sony Music. Dave Digital, he says we're competing with Ben right now. I didn't know there was another show on at 8 o'clock, unless Ben's doing, I guess, at 9. I don't know. I haven't seen it. Damian wins, Storm Chasing Video, Randy a Bite. Remedial Joe, up in the morning. Welcome, Remedial Joe. Mike Loney, Swashbuckling, Scallywag. Casey Powell. Dave Digital says he's got a new show. Is it a live show, Dave, or is it like a uploaded show? Ben Who, Remedial Joe. Well, it looks like we're cracking 30K. Your volume is maxed. Does that mean it's a low volume or it's super loud? Let me see. I can maybe turn it up a bit. Just cranked it there. Is it a little quiet? Let's see here. How about now? How about now? Is that louder? Let's crank it up a little more then. How's that? It's about as loud as I can go. The pre-record was high. No, I think the pre-record's normal, but I switched up my gear. As you can see, if you saw Fridays with Drew, we had that slight echo. And you know by now that audio problems torment me. So we're going to listen to it, Duke and I, on the way out to the cabin. I couldn't because of the slight echo. So God love you guys, whoever stuck through that interview with the slight echo. I couldn't do it. I had to shut it off. So what do? I got to get another piece of gear because that one had that echo. I thought I had fixed it with a mix minus thing, but it's an old analog board, so I brought up the Rodecaster. And I had the volume the way I have it in the studio because this is my studio mixer as well, so I brought it out here, which is another step. I got to unplug stuff, bring it upstairs, plug it in, and here's the key. When I'm done, I got to put it back in the studio, plug the things into the right thing. So that's why I don't like to do it, because there's a margin of error. So tomorrow when I go to make a video, if one thing's not plugged right in, I'll do the whole video
just to find out that I don't have audio on the mic or audio on the piano. That's why I like to get 2 of everything, so I don't have to do that. Yes. Thanks, Misko. Yeah, Drew's a cool cat. Misko says it was a great interview. We're going to have him back on Friday. I hope. We kind of talked about it. You never know, because they're busy down there. So we'll see. I'm going to try to do it with this new board. I also want to do this. My band switched to in-ears, which solve tons of audio problems you get with wedge monitors. Yes, Earth Scum. I've tried in-ear monitors, and I do like them when I don't have to engage a audience. So in the live piano bar on Friday, Saturdays, do you have an upstairs wife and a downstairs wife too? When I do the live piano show, I have to hear the audience, and I find with in-ears, I can't hear the audience. So, but when I do the videos in the studio, I have the in-ears and it's fine. Anyway, I'd like to do this other interview with this girl named Woke Entertainment. I can't believe I forgot her name. Anyway, she's a Canadian. She's super hilarious. So I'm going to reach out to her today. But, she's kind of a big YouTuber. Not like she's under 100K, right? So not that big, but still maybe wouldn't give my channel a second thought. Yeah, I have the swashbuckling scallywag. I have the Shure. If there's 5, here comes the garbage. If there's 5 levels, I have the 4th level because I had the 3rd level and I was like, well, I should try the 4th level, see if it's any better. And it was slightly, but had I not known it was slightly better, I would have stayed with the 3rd. I'd have been fine. So yeah, we go bareback on the live piano stream. We don't use in-ears because we need to hear the room, really, because people are yelling out requests and whatnot. So yes, are we holding 29.8? It looks like we are by 200. All right, we're at 30K. This is a psychological level. So if we can hold her, 30.8 is the next one that I'm going to be looking for, because that's, if you go back to the 4-hour chart, I don't know if this shows it. Does it? No, it doesn't really. But on the 4-hour chart, if you scroll back, you'll see 30.8. There's a lot of pushback there. One hit wonder, that's actually funny. Real worries of cancellation. Yes. Can you guys hear this massive garbage truck? It's the Green for Life environmental truck. Diesel, mind you, but yeah, so 29.8. If we can hold her, I'm assuming maybe at 8:30. Now I'm competing with this goddamn truck. You can see it in the window also. Oh, you can see a nice little reflection. Oh, it's satisfying when it leaves. Earth Scum, it took me a while to get used to in-ears. It really does isolate you from the crowd. So strange. Yes. They do have some that you can like take a pin out or something and it gives you the live feel, but I've tried it. It doesn't really. Good morning, Robert Kennedy from Connecticut. Do you think Bitcoin dominance will hit 55% in September? Welcome, Sneaky Pete. That's a good question, Robert Kennedy, because I mean, look at September. I have this little thing here. Where is this? It's good. I saw this on, where did I see it? July volatility at 6-year low, which that's not a real massive surprise, seeing as though we've been sitting in the stink for like, I don't know, 3 months ad nauseum, just watching 29.3. That's the mean that we revert to, 29.3. So I'm thinking September, if we're going to see any bad moves, because historically September has like a -5% average in Bitcoin's history. -5% down for September's in Bitcoin. Bitcoin, the great stable coin. No, yeah, it's slightly better than USDC and Tether these days, that's for sure. And so I'm expecting September to be a little bit brutal. Steve-O, 29.8 to 31.7. It's irrelevant. Anything below 50K will seem like a steal in a few years. DCA. I agree. I bought some Bitcoin on Thursday. It was a way for me to trick myself into buying something. So I said, okay, well, I'm gonna buy for my nieces and nephews. And that way, I didn't think about it. I just went in, bought some Bitcoin for them, printed it out. It's in my wallet still. So the challenge for my niece and nephew is to get a ledger. Then once they get a ledger, I'll pop in the Bitcoin. And that's the way it should be. I just didn't think of it. I didn't even care what the price was. Just boom, there's one for that. There's one for Sophia. Boom, there's one for Christian. And boom, there's one for Taylor. So there's three. Boom. And I didn't even think about the price. I don't even care because I know when they look at it, whenever, I don't know, 2 years from now, because they were excited to get it. It wasn't a Bitcoin. That's what they all said. They said, "Oh my God, you got me a Bitcoin." I'm like, no, I didn't get you a Bitcoin. So there was a slight degree of disappointment and wah, but they were still excited to get Bitcoin because they weren't going to get it. It's just, how do you get it if you're a 14-year-old kid, right? You got to jump through a bunch of hoops. So now they have it. It's in my wallet. When they get their ledger, I'll swap it over. But I like the mental state of mind I was in when I got them the Bitcoin because I didn't care what price it was. And so the next time they look, let's say in a year, they can just put in the Bitcoin equals Canadian, and they'll see where it is. They'll be happy, and maybe that'll click, because it always takes something to click in to really recognize the value. Besides, number goes up, which is everyone's gateway drug into it. Somebody see the cat? Did the kitty go home? Kitty come home? No, sorry. Scaramucci's is not home. We kind of put the rest in peace for Scaramucci's because it's been a long time. So we're pretty confident someone took him in because he was such a handsome cat. Anyone would see that cat hanging around your house, you'd probably let him in. And then he was such a nice cat, he'd seduce you. And next thing you know, you're buying him cat treats and cat food. Scotty Mo, get him started young. Yes, that's what I think too. Because, man, can you imagine if you were 14 and you got introduced to Bitcoin? It would be life-changing. So if I can get them to Squatchy J, took a listen to Pianimals. Good stuff on my son's Spotify list. Awesome. I'm glad you liked it. Yes, that's the children's album. If I can get them hooked on the concept of investing and saving, because right now, Dave Digital, do you think Mooch left because of the pedal squeak? Yeah, well, it's enough to drive everyone crazy, apparently, except for me, because it's in that frequency that I don't have the actual thing. He could have, but Mooch was he was never up when I was doing those videos. He sleeps, honestly, 22 hours a day, so he was always. Rondon, what are your thoughts on people who say Bitcoin is antiquated technology? Well, it does what it's supposed to do. Nothing fancy, a little bit slow, but I think there's a perfection in its rounded edges, I want to say. You know, it's not the fastest, but it does what it needs to do. So I think if you look at it from a what else can it do point of view, you might look at it as antiquated technology. But for me, digital store of value, that's just going to go up, and it's going to suck all the economic power out of the world and into it. I don't think it's antiquated. But if you're comparing it to do other things that other L1s or L2s are trying to do, yeah, I guess so. But I don't look at it that way. And I probably never have. I never really looked at it that way. What garbage truck coin? I can't see the hearts in the way. What about garbage truck coin? Yes. The new meme coin, garbage truck. Here comes another one. It's the same green truck. I'm not sure what it's doing. Plus, I got the neighbor with the diesel truck loading up its trailer. But yeah, the 6 year low volatility, I was kind of surprised to see, because although it's been excruciatingly boring, mind-numbingly boring ad nauseum, I never thought it'd be a 6 year low. I find that crazy. Wait for the garbage truck to go by. Truck's back, Bitcoin back below 30K, yes. At least it covers up the ASMR of me drinking the coffee, which when I hear it, drives me crazy. I'm sure it drives other people crazy too. Because no one really wants to hear the slurp and the swallow of coffee. I get it. Now, if you ever thought that the videos are hard to make, I'll tell you what's harder. Finding a piece of paper and a pen at 5 minutes to 8 in this house. For some reason, as soon as I put a pen down in this house, it's like my guitar picks. I put it down, I look back, it's gone. Piece of paper, impossible to find in this house. Impossible. Even though I have paper at every one of my pianos. I have one upstairs, one downstairs. I keep paper there just to write notes, to, if I'm writing a song, I'll put lyrics on it. If I'm trying to work on songs for the next week, I'll write the songs down. I go back. Lord love a duck, those pieces of paper are gone. The pen that I put on the piano, it's gone too. And I ask, hey, has anyone seen the paper and pen that's always on the piano? Silence. The funny thing is, I never do find the piece of paper either. It's always just, I guess, thrown in the garbage or the recycle. I don't know. 29.9. I'm really hoping we stay above 29.8, because once we're below that, we're just in that other channel. Somebody see Duke? Wait until people no longer talk Bitcoin and the measurement turns into Satoshi. It's coming. Yes. Remedial Joe says, my 8-year-old collects the paper and pens. Yes. Well, it's not Duke, because Duke's usually looking for the same thing. I think it's we have when my mom, Duke's nanny, comes over, she tends to tidy up. She's really good at it. She leaves no stone unturned. So I would assume that a piece of paper on a piano, it just looks messy. It's probably put away something. But we're lucky enough to have her come in and clean when she does, so I'm not really complaining. Fifth Nail, good morning. Hello from Sigraf in LA. Day number 4, garbage day 5. I've looked for my pen. It was behind my ear. Yes. Well, I have a bunch of fail-safes for these pens too. Like, I'll put a little piece of Velcro. I'll stick it in it. So it's there. It's gone. It's really unbelievable. Any guitar players out there know what I'm talking about when you put a pick down. You could be playing the guitar, phone rings, put the pick down, pick up your phone. How's it going? Blah, blah, blah. Nope. bang, put it down, go to pick up your pick, and she's gone. Havoc O, please explain dad alert. Okay. I've had this a couple times, so I'm going to do it. I wish this comment thing would just keep. Please explain dad alert. Okay. So a dad alert is just, it's a friendly reminder that something usually bearish is coming. And it was an evolution. It didn't start with the dad alert and the Kill Bill sound. It was just, as a dad, I would err, and anyone who's watched this long enough, I would say, as a dad, I like to err on the side of safety and caution. Dad knocks on support. It just kind of evolved into a dad alert. And then it allows me to kind of presuppose what someone else is going to say. I'll start saying, well, when Justin Trudeau was asked about his divorce, he replied, and then the dad alert comes and it leaves, an opening for people to imagine what it could have been. So it's 50% comedy value content, and then 50% is usually a bearish reminder that something's coming. Every now and then it's bullish too, but I assume it's going to become bullish. But because we're coming out of the long cold winter, colder than these Winnipeg winters, that it's always been kind of a negative one. So I hope that explains the data alert. It's not a technical analysis term. It's just something I've made up for the videos. Do you think they are setting up for a big dump tomorrow with CPI report, JB? Well, here's the thing, JB. The past 6 months, all these things, CPI don't care reports and the FOMC meetings, traditionally they move the markets, but because we've been in such a lull, it doesn't do anything. So I find these days a lot of it's kind of baked in, but it's a subtle bake in because it's not like the market erupts. Maybe we just saw it when it just spiked this past couple of spikes to 30.2. Maybe that is the CPI bacon. Who knows? Because right now we're back at 29.9. Maybe that's it. But for sure, there is always a knee-jerk algo bot response to the CPI. So historically what's been happening is that if it starts to spike before the CPI comes out, then generally it's going to go down. If it dumps before the CPI report comes up, generally it's going to jump up. But I don't think it's going to be the thing that gets us to where we want to go. I really don't see it happening, much as I wish it does, until October. Because August is kind of a dud, and September's an even more dud. So we're in the midst of a summer-fall dud storm. Fifth nail. Oh, I thought dad alert was Duke hitting button in the corner anytime you arbitrarily said something that sounded like a dad. LOL. I like my version of dad alert. Well, it's funny you say that, fifth nail, because I am hesitant to explain some things. And it's because I had a band called Leader House. And people were always, if you go to the website, you go to albums, you'll see Leader House. This was like the band that was supposed to be the big band. David Sony Music knows all about it. Had the record deal offers, etc., etc. Things happened. It didn't happen. But so people would always ask me what these songs meant. Particularly this song called the $300 Song. So if you go to YouTube and you type in $300 Song by Leader House, Leader House, the $300 Song. It's a good song. People really liked it. And people always ask me what the $300 Song was about, because it is kind of a bizarre name. And as a little bit of a cliffhanger teaser, I'll tell you what the $300 song is about tomorrow. But the reason why I don't like explaining certain things, although I will, like the dad alert or the meaning or the why I named a certain song, a certain name, is because people tend to develop, like Fifth Nail said, they tend to develop their own concept of what it means. And generally is probably better than what I meant. So now that we explained, thank you, Remedial Joe. You put the link in there. You can watch the $300 song. Generally, what you come up with, if it satisfies you, it's perfect. You've scratched that itch. And then if I come along and I tell you, well, it's a slightly bearish reminder, friendly reminder based on erring on the side of safety and caution, well, maybe it's a little bit of a letdown. So tomorrow, I will explain why it's called the $300 song. Yes, Michael Norris. And let me know if you like the song. I wrote it 20 years ago, something like that. A couple of girls have recorded it as well. I think you can find that. They didn't do it as the justice, but I'm not sure. I don't think Duke's coming out one more time. Richard Hart. Ally? Oh, there he is. Oh, look at this house coat. Well, you got a little bit of a
That's why
beach
it's
cough.
so long. So zoom out. Have a fantastic day. When the banks, the boom, spank, Bitcoin, crypto, and
Keep that house coat on. I haven't seen this house coat. It's nice. Not as nice as the little frog one with the hood. But you forgot to say whether you're bullish or bearish today, my boy. Bullish, how come?
You already know the answer.
Because Nanny's watching? Okay. Well, Duke says it's bullish. It's 29.9. Tomorrow's the CPI. Oh, here's a warning, too. I might not be able to make some of these videos for the rest of the week because I'll be able to do this live stream, but I won't be able to do the videos because that wall that keeps leaking is going to be fixed. So in order for it to be fixed, I got to tear down the studio, which I don't like to do. I got to put all these markers on the ground. This is where it goes because everything is based on the... See you, buddy. Everything's based on the dimensions of the camera, right? To make sure the green screen works and everything. It's a bull run, don't you know? So it looks like I'm going to have to tear it down for a couple of... Thank you for the super chat, too. Where was that? JB? Yes. Thanks for the super chat. Much appreciated. I'm going to have to tear it down. And I don't want to do it, and then I got to put it back up, right? So it's going to be... I'm not happy about it. But at least it won't flood anymore, for the love of Pete. For the love of Sneaky Pete. Is Nanny in the chat? Yes, Nanny is in the chat. All right, everybody. Well, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Hopefully she stays above 29.9 for the love of Sneaky Pete. Have a great day, everybody.
Make sure you like and subscribe.